might as well make the most of the moment, right?
Yikes.
And oh, they definitely are making the—
What the oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting this blurred. Bro, he is literally grabbing straight cheeks. He is grabbing his sister's cheek. The Loud House comic about LOUDCEST. Now, this video is about to be long as hell. This is gonna be maybe the last and final Loud House fan comic we ever react to. So, grab your snacks, grab your drink, whatever you have, lock in. It says LOUDCEST, so expect the worst, okay? Without further ado, let's get started.
DeviantArt is an app that needs no introduction, especially if you're familiar with my channel. It's a place that somehow manages to attract some of the weirdest and most disturbing individuals online, along with their bizarre and peculiar artwork.
Bro, what the hell is this? Sonic pregnant with tails, bro? Hey, this is at least better than freaking 2 babies, 1 fox, or whatever we react to, where the freaking Sonic decides to just like rape random freaking other animals. It was crazy.
Recently, I covered a Loud House fan comic I found on DeviantArt called It's Not Your Fault, which is basically a comic that starts off normal but quickly escalates when one of the characters tries to force themselves on Lincoln.
Yep, we watched that. So what ended up happening in that video, if you didn't watch it and you want a summary, spoiler warning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, basically, person forces themselves on Lincoln, and then Lincoln gets them pregnant, and then they have a kid, and then that kid doesn't know who their parent is or whatever, something like that. And guess what? This all happens when they're freaking 12 years old. Oh, and the person who forced themselves onto Lincoln was like 17.
After the last video, I didn't really plan to talk about the Loud House again so soon, but some of you left comments saying there's another Loud House fan comic with a really weird concept, a love story between Lincoln and one of his sisters.
Oh my
Lee.
gosh, bro. Like, there's some fan out there reading freaking Loud House, watching Loud House, and being like, you know what? These people who are siblings, who love each other platonically, or as siblings, family love, they would make a great, amazing couple. They should interact. They should even smash. And it would be terrible if they were 18 plus and there were siblings doing this. Bro, they're 12.
This particular topic of shipping Lincoln with one or more of his sisters is known as LOUDCEST within the fandom.
Bro, you have an entire freaking, like, subcategory of fans who do this. That's how you know it's gone way too freaking far.
As you can imagine, is a very controversial subject within the Loud House community.
Look how much there is, bro. There's like 40 terabytes. You would think this is like David's freaking burner phone account. Have y'all seen that, by the way? Random freaking David, 40 terabytes of freaking cheese pizza on his phone? Holy shit.
But hey, I'm not here today to talk about the morality of shipping fictional characters who are siblings.
I'm here to talk about it, man.
After all, I'm just a silly YouTuber who makes videos about weird and messed up topics.
True.
I'm here to talk about rewriting the stars by underrated hero.
Okay, it looks kind of innocent. I mean, 2 siblings, you know, maybe they're listening to some music, they're under the campfire, stars, nature. What could go wrong?
Believe me, this fan comic doesn't disappoint. Just like It's Not Your Fault, it tackles a bizarre and somewhat disturbing topic, but the quality and storytelling
oh my gosh, why is it blurred, bro? Why is it blurred?
Very, very good.
Oh my gosh, I can tell what's happening here, even though it's blurred.
So without any further ado,
She was very clearly sitting on him.
Dive into rewriting the stars.
Oh, man.
The first chapter of this comic is called Inseparable, and it serves to explain how Lynn and Lincoln developed such a strong sibling bond that eventually turned into a romantic relationship.
Okay.
It starts off as a dialogue between Lynn and Lincoln. Apparently something really bad happened sometime after they started dating. They recall
why were they
losing
dating in the first place? No. Why were they even dating in the first place? We're not gonna just skip over that, bro. That should not be happening.
Everything they had, now only having one another. It's worth noting that Lynn and Lincoln narrate the entire comic. So if you see an orange speech bubble, it means present-day Lincoln is narrating.
Okay.
If you see a red one, it's Lynn. They make comments frequently as the comic progresses.
Good info.
While they talk to each other, they try to figure out what they led to all of this. Not the day when everything went south and they lost everything, but the day they
Brother, it's already freaking south. How much more south can we get?
Started having feelings for each other. The year is 2009, and Lincoln and Lynn are playing tag in their room.
Okay.
Everything is going fine until suddenly Lincoln falls and hurts his nose. The noise attracts the attention of their 4 older sisters, Luna, Lori, Lenny, and Luann.
Damn. Okay, so everybody in his family starts with the letter L. I guess. I mean, kind of symbolic or poetic because this is an L-ass fan comic, man.
They are pretty mad at Lynn, because apparently Lincoln getting hurt while playing with her is a recurring issue.
Oh.
They think Lynn is too rough with him. After all, he's the youngest of them
Yo, she low-key looks just like him, just with different hair, bro.
all and still a bit fragile. Recalling all the times Lincoln got hurt while playing with her, Lynn feels completely remorseful and runs out of the room. Great job, guys. Now Lincoln is the one feeling bad. He rushes off to find out where Lynn went, eventually finding her crying outside the house.
I mean, this is some casual sibling stuff, though. If you have a sibling, bro, at least me, I was always getting into different battles with quarrels or whatever with younger siblings, older siblings. It didn't matter, bro. It happens. You fight, you have rough times with your siblings, man. This is normal.
Lincoln immediately goes to talk to her. He doesn't want her to feel bad. He doesn't care how many times he gets hurt while playing with her, because he truly enjoys every single minute they spend together.
Okay.
He makes her a promise that no matter what happens, he will never leave her and she will never leave him.
Okay. I
As
mean,
the
like,
years
you're freaking blood siblings, I would hope not.
go by, their bond only grows stronger, and seemingly everything up to that point was normal. They both thought that, even though they were very attached to each other, there was nothing romantic about it. That is, until one particular day when Lynn found out that Lincoln was getting bullied at school.
No. Huh? So, okay, before he even gets into the bullying part, he just said there was no romantic interest until he was getting bullied. So, let me get this right. You saw your little brother getting bullied at school, and you decided, you know what? Let me smash him. Huh? Where's the logic, bro? I need to hear what actually happens, bro, because there's no way you got, like, some type of, like, pleasure fantasy over him getting bullied on some, like, I don't even know.
Been a victim of bullying herself, that Lincoln was getting bullied at school. She had been a victim of bullying herself at some point in her life, so she knew exactly how bad her brother must have been feeling lately.
Okay.
If you have watched the actual Loud House TV show, you probably know that the bully in question is Ronnie Ann. The comic makes a direct reference to what happened in the episode Heavy Metal, where Lincoln's sisters find out he's being bullied by Ronnie Ann and
Hey man, this is good so far. If they're drawing actual callbacks to the real animated show and like canon events, low-key cinema plot writing so far. Wait, actually no, this shit is about LOUDCEST, never mind.
decide that the best way to deal with it is for Lincoln to kiss her. It doesn't go well.
Whoa. Let me hear that one more time.
Best way to deal sisters find out he's being bullied by Ronnie Ann and decide that the best way to deal with it is for Lincoln to kiss her. It doesn't go well, and he ends up getting punched in the face.
Huh? Oh, he kisses the girl that he's not related to? Or... Wait, did he just unconsensually kiss? I have questions, bro. I don't know. You know what? Never mind.
I'm explaining all of this because the comic replays that same event, and this will be a recurring thing. A lot of the comic story makes references to the actual episodes of the show,
Okay.
and I'll be explaining that every time it happens, of course. When Ronnie Ann punched Lincoln in the face, every single one of his sisters felt bad. All of them except Lynn. She couldn't explain why, but she felt relieved that things between Ronnie Ann and Lincoln didn't work out. That's because, deep down, she already had feelings for Lincoln, she just didn't realize it yet.
How, bro? I don't even understand how this is freaking possible, bro. Like, those of us who grew up with siblings or cousins or anybody in your family, like with even a family friend, bro, you don't even develop a crush on them, even if they're not related to you by blood and you're like your family friend is a girl or opposite gender. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, you see them in their worst moments, their best moments, but like in a friendship type way, how do you ever just develop that attraction, bro? I don't think there's a single bone in my body that could ever feel that way towards anybody I knew from my childhood all the way up, including people who weren't even my siblings.
Around that time, Lincoln also started experiencing those feelings. One day, out of nowhere, Lynn asked Lincoln to have a sleepover with her, just like they used to in the old times.
Whoa.
There was nothing unusual about it until night came. when Lynn, while sleeping, rolled over and rested her head on Lincoln's chest.
Whoa there. Okay, if you ask me the anatomy of the, male body as a male myself, I would say the chest is more up in this region where my arrow was pointing. This is a little bit lower in the lower regions, bro. It's already looking a little inappropriate.
As time passed, Lynn and Lincoln started having more and more of these moments. For
Whoa, what's going on here? What the huh?
example,
Wait, it became impossible to ignore how physically attractive I found you. What is he doing right here, bro? Come on, it wasn't the first time we changed clothes together. Or reading this out loud should be a freaking crime, bro. I feel like I am like genuinely eligible to be arrested for multiple years just for reading this out loud, bro. If the FBI is watching me through this camera right now, I'm sorry. This is not coming from me. This is coming from this video's comic, bro. Please.
when Lincoln talked to other girls, Lynn would get mad. And when Lynn ended up breaking her leg in a football game, Lincoln felt extremely sad.
Okay.
It was around this time that they realized that maybe, just maybe, they had romantic feelings for each other.
No. No, bro.
Now, let's move on to Chapter 3, Confessions. And if you are wondering what happened to Chapter 2, well, while doing this script, I accidentally combined both chapters in one.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that I just explained the first two chapters of the comic.
No worries. You're good.
It seems like it's a very special night. Every member of the Loud family is dressed up nicely.
God damn, how big is this family? Holy shit.
Special
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and more? This family is freaking huge.
night. Every member of the Loud family is dressed up nicely. On that night, Luna and her girlfriend Sam would have a concert at the school's prom to commemorate their final year before going to college.
Okay.
And also, Luna was going to ask Sam to marry her. And that's why everyone is
Wait,
so
is this canon or no?
well dressed. It's a very special night for her. But little did Lincoln and Lynn know that that night was going to be very special for both of them as well.
Why?
The concert was going pretty well. Everyone was vibing
Whoa, look at this freaky ass dude, bro. Why is he like spreading himself on her leg right here, bro? You're a grown man up.
at the music and enjoying themselves. Especially Lincoln, who dances so much with his younger sisters that he needs to rest a bit.
Okay.
That's when Lynn approaches him. She wants to have a dance with him too. And so, they dance and dance for what feels like hours.
Okay, siblings dancing together. What's new, okay? This is not crazy, bro.
Until they decide to go get some air. While outside,
Okay, I do not condone what's about to happen next.
Lincoln asks Lynn how on earth she doesn't have a date for prom, because she looks absolutely stunning. She replies that a few guys did
That's already creepy as hell, bro. W Riz, I guess, bro. He's rizzing up his freaking sister, bro. This is not normal, bro. Why am I even watching this video?
try to talk to her before, but she's not desperate
Okay,
for
assuming that this was not his sister, this would be, smooth moves right here. Like, why don't you have a partner, bro? You look absolutely stunning and amazing in this red dress. But then, it's your sister.
anyone. She wants to wait for just the right guy. Someone who will make her feel truly special.
Does his name start with an L? Is it your blood brother?
This gets Lincoln thinking a lot. There's something he's been wanting to tell her for a long time. Something he's kept a secret because he knows it's risky. Something that could change their relationship forever. And of course, we all know what that something is. But when Lynn reassures him that no matter what he says, she will never be mad at him, he finally says it. I
What'd he
love
say?
you, Lynn. And to his happiness, Lynn replies, I love you, Lincoln.
I mean, okay, W siblings, clap it up, right? Platonic sibling love.
They had loved each other for a long time, but neither of them knew if the feeling was mutual. Now, they wanted to make sure they would remember this moment for the rest of their lives. Lynn knew exactly the consequences this would bring to the table. She
Okay.
knew that someone would eventually find out, and when they did, she would lose her family, her friends, basically everything.
Good, yeah.
But she was ready to give it all up for Lincoln. After all, she had loved him for as long as she
Wait, why would they give up her but not Lincoln? Isn't that same logic applied to Lincoln, or are they sexist, man?
could remember. But just as their lips were about to touch, Lynn stops him, because she realized it wouldn't be just her losing everything. Lincoln would lose everything
Okay.
too.
Okay, I saw that coming, low-key.
Didn't care about ruining her own life, but she couldn't do the same to Lincoln. Lincoln was disappointed. Of course he was.
I mean, to be fair, if you're under the freaking moonlight, it's just you and her, you could technically do this and get away with it. Obviously, I'm not advocating for that, but you could.
He wanted this so badly, but he respected Lynn's choice. They went back inside, but they just couldn't control their emotions. Knowing that they both loved each other but couldn't be together was devastating, and neither of them could hold back their tears. And so, chapter 3 ends on this very sad atmosphere.
I can't date my sister. No, no. You don't clip that out of context because I do not want to see that in my next out of context compilation. But you get what I'm saying, bro. That's obviously sarcasm. This is just crazy. You know what I was thinking also? As crazy as this is to like the average viewer, right? Me and you, right? Statistically speaking, there's somebody watching this video right now who's probably like, bro, this is not even crazy. Actually, me and my sister do this. Me and all my siblings do this. We all, you know, just play house, bro. Have y'all ever heard of playing house with your cousin and stuff? Apparently there's games where kids are out here like finagling each other when they're like freaking under the age of like 12 years old just because, I don't know, unsupervised access from parents or whatever and freaky tendencies. So if somebody out there watching this video right now probably did smash their sister or brother, man.
Chapter 4 is called Secrets.
Okay.
The year is now 2019, which means the events from Chapter 3 happened almost a year ago. The Loud family home has never felt so empty. Luna, Lori, and Lenny have all moved out. So all of a sudden, a house that once felt small because of how many people lived there now feels way too big.
Okay.
Lincoln and Lynn, now 15 and 16, still have romantic feelings for each other, but they have each
Dude, get over it. It's been a while.
found ways to distract themselves from those feelings. Lynn spent most of her time training to keep her mind off things, while Lincoln turned into a full-on resort, constantly jumping in and out of relationships with different girls.
Okay.
At the moment, he's dating a girl named Danny. They are watching a football
Wait, is she black? Is she meant to be black? Is this a canon character?
game is playing, and naturally, Lincoln is super hyped because he loves watching his sister play. But while they are watching the game, Danny notices something. She's never seen Lincoln this happy. That's when reality hits her. Maybe Lincoln doesn't really love her the way she loves him.
I mean, like, to be fair, it is his sibling, so I feel like if you are a girl who comes out and says, oh, like, why are you cheering for your sister so hard? You look insecure as hell. So that's already a red flag, and Lincoln, I don't know about this girl anyways, because she shouldn't assume a thing.
Which, let's be honest, is true. Lincoln only gets into these short-term relationships to distract himself from his feelings for Lynn. They have a short conversation about it, but it doesn't end well. They break up, and just like that, Lincoln has failed to maintain yet another relationship.
Therapy, brother.
After the game, Lynn's teammates invite her to go out for a girls' night, with the clear intention of meeting boys. But
Okay.
Lynn's got that Cristiano Ronaldo mentality. She has to hit the gym and keep training to become the very best football player she can be. She doesn't have time for silly boys. Well, except for Lincoln, of course. She still really loves him. Lincoln was waiting for her after the game to congratulate her on their big win.
Okay.
Lynn thanks him, but she's a little confused. Lincoln was supposed to be with Danny. He explains that they broke up, and he makes it clear it wasn't Danny's fault.
Damn.
It was his. Because Danny deserved a boyfriend who, quote-unquote, would love her with his whole heart.
Damn.
Not
Okay. Wow. What a player, man.
just a part of it. Lynn tells him it's only a matter of time until he finds someone who truly loves him. But Lincoln is completely
And little does she know, bro, she's the person, bro. The reason why he can't get with no girls and actually truly love them is because he loves his sister in a weird way.
frustrated. Because he doesn't want someone else. He wants her, not just any other girl. And in the meantime, are we supposed to stay miserable? Have you found someone to be happy with? Should we stay lonely and depressed? What if I can't find someone to love because I already have? These comments anger Lynn, who tells him to leave.
W Riz, I guess, bro. Y'all know that one meme of the fat dude who's like, I guess, bro. The reaction image they be seeing, they be putting in the TikTok comments. That's how I'm feeling right now.
And right after he does, she's approached by a businesswoman who works for La Galaxy, a real football team from the United States.
Okay.
When Lincoln gets home, he thinks the best way to forget about everything is to hop on Discord with his bros and play some Minecraft. Wow, this really is 2019
Nah,
after
facts. I'm gonna lie. I mean, hey, this is realistic though. That or hop on Fortnite. 2019, people were really active on Fortnite, low key.
all. However, when Lynn arrives home, he changes his mind, deciding he should go apologize to her. He tells her he's sorry for what he said earlier, but he still believes they should be together and stop ignoring their feelings for each other.
Okay.
But Lynn hits him with a cold response that freezes Lincoln's hopes. She tells him to forget it, to let it go.
Good.
After that discussion, their relationship went cold. Lincoln stopped attending Lynn's football games, and Lynn started avoiding him.
Bro, what happened to unconditional love and support for your freaking sibling? Now we know that Lincoln is low-key fake as hell. He's only attending his sister's game so he can hit and smash his own sibling. Oh my gosh, bro. The more I say this, the more disgusting it sounds in my head, and the more I just don't even want to watch this video, bro.
It went on for a whole month, until a very special weekend came around.
Bro, what is he eating? This weak-ass burrito. This beans on toast-ass burrito.
Until a very special weekend came around. Their grandpa had invited the whole family to spend the weekend at his camp.
Yo, grandpa needs to stop spending weekends at his camp and go to Turkey. His hairline is receding badly.
The perfect chance to bring everyone back together. As they were about to leave, Lynn asks Lincoln to sit next to her. She tells him she's not mad at him. She just needed some time to think.
Okay.
That alone makes Lincoln really happy. The weekend started off pretty well. It was nice to have the whole family together after all this time.
Okay.
They played all kinds of games and made sure to enjoy every single minute they had with each other. At night, they all gathered around a campfire just enjoying the moment. However, Lynn seemed to be the only one struggling to have fun.
Why?
She looked like she had a lot on her mind. Something only Lincoln seemed to pick up on. Eventually,
Bro, get over your stupid crush, bro. Stop paying attention to her so much, bro. You have like 15 other siblings and relatives in the area.
She excused herself and went to her cabin, saying she was really tired. Lincoln stayed at the campfire for a few more hours until he too decided to go to his cabin.
Oh no.
But just as he was about to reach it, he ran into his younger sister Lucy, who looked very worried. She tells him Lynn isn't in her cabin. Lincoln's a bit clueless about what's going on,
Where is she?
but Lucy might have an idea. She hands him some kind of card, and when Lincoln takes a
What
closer
the hell is this? Is this the Death Note, bro? Is my name in this shit?
look and starts reading it, his heart almost stops. He goes immediately to look after Lynn, finding her crying next to a shore.
What?
Lincoln wants an explanation for why she's acting this way. He thought everything was cool after they talked during the trip, but clearly something is still bothering Lynn deeply, and Lincoln can't stand seeing
Bro,
this.
she still likes him. She still has a crush and she doesn't want to date him, but she still wants to date him in her heart, bro. We've seen this movie before. It's cliche as hell.
Sister like that.
We shouldn't be doing this step, bro. We can't do this step, bro. And then in the end, they start doing it, bro. Let's be real here.
According to Lynn, she's just having an anxiety attack because of school and football. But Lincoln sees right through this lie. He knows her too well.
Facts.
Lynn has never been this worked up over something as simple as school. The reason behind her crying, her sadness, it has to be something deeper. And Lincoln is sure of it, because
Okay.
he's holding the proof in his hands. The card Lucy gave him turns out to be an official invitation from the La Galaxy football team.
Ooh.
They want to recruit Lynn.
Why is that freaking depressing? If you don't pull up and start playing professional soccer, bro, you could be the next Ronaldo.
Now everything makes sense. Accepting that offer means moving to another state, leaving her family, her friends, leaving Lincoln all behind. It's a change she's not ready to make. And Lincoln is pissed that she didn't tell him anything. The football season starts in just a few weeks, and just like that, Lincoln might never see his sister again.
Damn.
Was she even planning to say goodbye? And
I mean,
why
she about to be rich, bro. She could just fly you out, man.
is she breaking the one promise she made to Lincoln? The promise to always be there for him. Well,
Damn.
the answer to all of this is
Wait, is he being selfish and actually thinking about that, bro? If you actually think like that, you're lame as hell, bro. If your sibling has the opportunity to become the next freaking pro anything or anything in life, bro, don't hold them back for your own freaking, like, personal good. That's lame as hell.
actually very simple. Lynn didn't tell anyone about the offer because she didn't accept the offer.
What
She
the
still
f-
loves Lincoln. She still wants to be with him. The reason she's been avoiding him lately is because she knew that if Lincoln found out about the offer, he would try to convince her to take it, and that would mean leaving him behind.
I think I know what it is now, bro. I think she was born with some type of like missing chromosome issue, and she was dropped on her head just like these. They grabbed her ankles and dropped her straight on the top of her head when she was a baby and she was developing. So her prefrontal cortex are just not where it needs to be at this level. So she doesn't know how to make decisions that are tough, and she's making a decision to try to attempt to have a relationship, an intimate relationship with her freaking little brother instead of going and playing freaking professional soccer. Somebody needs to check this woman's brain out when she dies or something, bro. Donate it to science, dead ass.
Her dream isn't to become a famous football player. Her real dream is to be with him.
Oh my,
But sadly,
you lame, bro. I want to cuss you. I want to say some slurs at you, man.
that's not possible. It's so unfair. Why aren't they allowed to be happy like everyone else? They didn't choose to be this way, but they just can't be together. It's too weird, too dangerous, too risky.
Okay.
However, Lincoln doesn't accept that reality. Is it really risky? Is it really dangerous? Isn't it worth it? Lincoln is willing to risk everything.
Bro, you know what? At this point, you know what? Screw it, bro. As long as you guys are old enough, just do whatever you want, man. Just don't do it in my vicinity, bro. If I'm in the area, I'd be like, bro, have your fun. You guys love each other, bro. Just never talk to me ever again, okay? It's too weird, too uncomfortable, bro. Because at this point, they've been putting this off and trying to like suppress their love for each other for like the last 10 years, and it hasn't gone away. They're like messing with other people, trying to like cope with their love for each other, bro. Screw it, bro. Just get married, bro.
For Lynn. He just needs to know if she's willing to do the same. And she is. She's willing to give everything up for him, except for one thing.
What?
Lincoln's future. But Lincoln is okay with that. Even if
I don't know if a dude like this has a future in life anyways, bro. He's still worried and obsessed over his sister romantically, bro. What type of future is left for you?
Lincoln's future. But Lincoln is okay with that.
Genuinely, the only thing I can see him doing is doing something like Alabama related in Alabama, okay? Because Alabama is the home of this type of stuff, okay? They might accept you. They might love you. They might want you there.
Even if she's not, he doesn't want a future without her. He'd rather risk it all than live a life that isn't his dream.
Yuck.
And that's enough to convince Lynn. So, they finally finish what they started a year ago at the prom. And finally kiss. They are now officially in a relationship. Of course, this also means they need to be very careful around everyone.
Nah. Say it with your damn chest, bro. I want you to come out and act like, you know, it's normal because you guys are doing it like it's normal, okay? Go out, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your siblings, oh, me and my sister are deciding to get married. Let's see what happens.
From now on, if their family finds out about any of this, it's game over. Chapter 4 ends on a...
Wait, what do you mean game over? Are they gonna get like thrown into an adoption center? Oh my god, how's it going, lover boy? And she pulls up in this fit, this 3 a.m. ass sneaky link ass fit. Oh my, bro, this is not what we want to see right now, bro. You already know where it's gonna go.
Rather happy note for our couple, with Lynn secretly sneaking into Lincoln's room to cuddle with him for the night. Wow, what a nice ending.
Yo,
Well,
bro, and the fact of the matter is somebody took like hours, years, months, days, I don't know how much time out of their day to animate this freaking film. They scripted it, they wrote out the sketches, they colored it in, they did digital art, they freaking rough drafted it, they final drafted it, they published it, and they made a picture cover and everything and put it and published it on DeviantArt, bro. There's 50 million steps that you could have taken to say, maybe this is a little bit weird and let me not make this shit before they decide to publish it to everybody to watch. Whoever this is, whoever made this, bro, somebody leak his IP, deadass.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I know they are siblings and yeah, that's questionable, but still, it's a happy ending. Except, the story doesn't really end here. Everything starts to fall apart in Chapter 5.
Whoa.
Separation.
What happens though? Hello?
It is June
Oh.
2020. Lincoln just woke up in a very good mood.
Wait, is COVID in this? Is it canon?
He dresses up nicely, brushes his hair, and even puts on some cologne. So naturally, everyone in the house starts wondering if he's going somewhere.
Okay.
According to him, he's going to hang out with some friends for the whole afternoon. But we all know
Is this his mom right here?
this motherfucker ain't going to see no friends. He leaves the house and heads up
Oh
to
no, he's going to see his friend, his girlfriend, his best friend, his sister.
a bus stop. As suspected, he's there to meet up with Lynn. These two lovebirds are about to catch a bus to somewhere that apparently requires a beanie, so it's probably cold.
Huh?
After the bus ride, they hop on a boat to Canada. And if you're wondering why the hell they're going to Canada, it's pretty simple.
Huh?
Absolutely no one there knows them, so they can finally act like a real couple instead of pretending to be just siblings.
Bro, this is how like your parents act when you stay out for like over 10 minutes past your curfew. You ever, I don't know if it was just how I grew up, but you know how it's like, oh, don't go past the street lights, and if the street lights turn on, you better be in the house or whatever. That's usually like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., maybe max. If you pass that, your parents act like you took a freaking boat ride to Canada. Meanwhile, they're actually doing it.
They have been saving for this trip to Canada for a few weeks now, so they are planning to enjoy every single moment together.
Okay.
They spend the whole afternoon doing all sorts of stuff and gets him banned for 3 years.
Please.
Most time to their nose the beach now.
I guess
So they
not.
are they have been saving for this trip to Canada for a few weeks now. So they are planning to enjoy every single moment together.
Okay.
They spend the whole afternoon doing all sorts of stuff. Karaoke, playing arcade games, even watching a hockey game.
Bro, this would be a nice couple if they were freaking blood related, bro.
You know, stuff that
Nigga, even if they were freaking second cousins, this would be better. Actually, that would still be bad, but you get what I mean. Like, they're literally like straight 100% same blood.
normal couples do. I think.
Well, obviously not 100% because, you know, they're siblings, they're not the same person, they're not clones, blah, blah, blah. I know, you science nerd, I know.
Time flies by, and sadly, it's almost time to head back to Royal Woods. But hey, might as well make the most of the moment, right? And
Yikes.
oh, they definitely are making the
What the oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting this blurred. Bro, he is literally grabbing straight cheeks. He is grabbing his sister's cheek. Yo, I need to get like my soul cleansed after reading this comic, bro.
stereotypical Canadian character. I mean, he's literally riding a moose. What's more Canadian than that? This guy is a park ranger and apparently an actual character from the show.
Oh,
He
okay.
appears in several episodes. The park ranger recognizes Lincoln, and since he was banned from Canada in August 2017, he is still technically banned until August 2020.
Oh, so in the Canada event episode, he got banned from Canada. Damn. Okay, so now you're about to get slimed down and snitched on by this freaking park ranger. Wow.
Meaning he was in Canada illegally. Since Lincoln is a minor, he won't get arrested for this, but
But guess what? Your parents are gonna find out.
park ranger decides to call his parents to pick him up. Considering Lincoln and Lynn's situation right now, that's probably worse than going to jail. The park ranger calls their parents, still unaware that Lincoln and Lynn are siblings, and their parents drive to the border
I mean, to be fair, you can still argue that's platonic or whatever. Like, if the parents pull up, be like, yo, me and my sister are taking a school field trip or a little trip to Canada. I mean, we're siblings, we love each other, not in a freaking weird way, obviously. But then do they know in the background, you know, it's different.
them up. They have no idea what's really going on, while Lincoln and Lynn are staying as quiet as possible, trying to come up with a convincing lie to get out of this mess.
Okay.
But their hopes are completely shattered when the park ranger makes the following comment. I hope we can meet again in better circumstances. I'm sure your families would love Canada, but
Families. Oh my god. Wait, he saw them kissing. Oh my god, it's cooked. It's cooked. It's over.
please respect our rightful bans and try to teach your boy to control his hormones if they want to make out in a family park. Yeah, I found them making out like they were in a private bedroom. I'm in no position to judge their.
Nah, bro. Imagine that. Like, okay, I don't want to imagine that because that would put me in like a weird perspective. I just know his heart sank to like the bottom of the freaking depths of the ocean, bro.
What the f is that word? But there are certain levels of public decency we must abide to.
Look at the facial expression on the mom, bro. Her freaking forehead is blue. That's how you know she's like, huh? There's no way.
There are certain levels of public decency we must abide to.
It's over for you, buddy. It's over. Let's see the downfall.
The drive back home is quiet. Really quiet. When they arrive, everyone is already there expecting Lynn and Lincoln. They don't know what happened. They
Okay.
only know they are both in trouble. Real trouble. Mom and Dad ask everyone to go upstairs. They want to have a serious talk with Lynn and Lincoln.
Okay, let's have a serious talk about this man's hairline, okay? I see why Grandpa has the bad hairline. He has a bad hairline. I ain't gonna lie. It's only a matter of time until Lincoln has a bad hairline too. Let's all just take trips to Turkey real quick, okay?
Privately. Initially, their parents think the park ranger must have been mistaken. Maybe it was all just a big misunderstanding.
Yep.
But when Lynn and Lincoln don't deny anything and just stay silent, their parents realize that what the park ranger said was true.
You idiot! Why the hell they gave you a way to freaking escape out of this with a lie? You could have just been like, no, yeah, exactly. It was a lie. It was a dream, bro. But you decided to stay silent. You folded under all that pressure, bro. You're worthless scum, man.
Still, they want an explanation. What could possibly be the reason for them doing, what they were doing at the park? They are siblings after all. They are simply in love. This explanation not only shocks their parents, it also shocks all of their sisters, who were secretly listening to the conversation upstairs.
Oh my
Needless
god.
to say, the explanation doesn't please their mom and dad.
Nah, get your hands off each other, bro. If I'm the dad, I ain't gonna lie, there's only one way to solve this, bro. Belt to ass, straight like these. Boom, boom, boom. Like,
after this, the conversation starts to quickly escalate. It basically becomes an argument between the four of them. Lincoln and Lynn try to say that what they feel is real and that their love for each other is mutual.
hell no.
Their mom and dad, on the other hand, think they are misunderstanding their emotions, that they are very young to notice that. They also start asking some really awkward questions, like if Lynn and Lincoln have been intimate with each other, which apparently they have.
Yup.
This revelation sickens and enrages both their mom and dad. They begin to question where they failed as parents. Where did they go wrong?
Facts though.
Comically enough,
Everywhere. If this is happening, bro, as a parent, there's something you didn't do right at all.
Lynn and Lincoln think that their mom and dad are going to abandon them because of all of this, which of course they are not going to do.
Okay.
Even though they are shocked and sad about this new discovery, they still love them and would never do that. However, they do want to put a stop to Lynn and Lincoln's ship. They will put Lincoln in therapy with a psychologist, Lynn will have a deep conversation every day with her mom, and they will keep an eye on both of them every single day, 24/7. This of course doesn't make Lynn and Lincoln happy, but there is not much they can do about it. They go to their rooms and try to sleep, in hopes of waking up the next day and finding that all of this was just a bad dream.
Nope.
The next day, the Loud sisters decide to hold an emergency meeting to discuss the whole situation.
Yo, this ain't Among Us. What are you about to do?
They all have different opinions on the subject. Luna thinks Lincoln was the one who persuaded Lynn into being in a relationship. Luann thinks it was Lynn who convinced Lincoln, since she always wanted to be his favorite sister, and Lenny blames both of them.
Okay.
However, some of their sisters show support and empathy for Lynn and Lincoln. Lily just wants both of them to be happy. Lena feels bad for them because they were miserable all this time before they started dating.
I'll tell you one thing, if this was my siblings, I would not be in this perspective of just have them be happy. This is way too freaking weird, bro. I would say, I ain't gonna lie, both of them, you'll hang them up like these by the wrists and the freaking ankles, and we're just gonna throw rocks at them until inevitably they change their opinions or they perish. Deadass.
But by far, the most supportive of them all is Lucy. Since the beginning, she knew something was going on between Lincoln and Lynn. She has been keeping an eye on both of them for years.
Yo, why is her skin gray, by the way? Not to be racist or anything, unless to gray people or something, but everybody else has like a different shade. Are you sure like your dad's your real dad?
Now, and she knew just how much they loved each other. She believes their love is authentic, not a confusion.
Okay.
Throughout the whole conversation, Lola is surprisingly quiet. But deep down, something about it is really bothering her. At some point, she becomes so overwhelmed by the whole Lincoln dating Lynn drama that she
Don't let me find out she wants to get in on the party, bro. Please, please don't.
storms out of the room to go talk to Lincoln. She is really angry at Lincoln, but not for the same reason everyone else is. Throughout the whole comic, there's been something I haven't been showing you. Lincoln and Lola's interactions.
Oh my god.
Normally, these interactions...
Yo, you know what's crazy? I didn't mention this, but I saw this slide in particular earlier, and I thought, whoa, she is kind of hugging him a little weird, but then I didn't want to think anything too of it because they're siblings. Do not let me find out this Lola girl wants to replace Lynn and actually isn't mad that they're dating, but mad that Lincoln's not dating her instead. Do not let me find out, please, bro.
Involve Lola inviting Lincoln to be her date to some event. At first, they don't seem to have any deeper meaning, just a little sister being sweet to her older brother. But now that we see how devastated and emotional Lola is, it becomes clear that those invitations did have a deeper meaning.
Oh my
Lola
God.
had feelings for Lincoln too.
Oh
something
my.
Lincoln never noticed because he was in love with Lynn. She is not mad that Lincoln is dating one of his sisters. She's mad that he decided to date Lynn instead of her. Lola is having
Yo, this family's freaking backwards, bro. Like, everybody needs to get lobotomies right now, bro. I don't care.
Emotional meltdown. She's too young to control her sadness and can't stop herself from crying, while Lincoln is too overwhelmed to say anything.
Just
After this event, Lincoln and Lynn went through a really rough time. Lincoln was forced into therapy with a psychologist against his own will, while Lynn received therapy at home with her sisters. Even though they were in therapy and barely talked to each other, their feelings didn't disappear, not even a little.
Damn.
They still wanted to be together, and now that they could barely see each other, they wanted it more than ever. But they knew that wasn't going to happen anytime soon, at least not with their family around. One night, they are able to meet privately in secret. They are happy to finally be together after such a long time.
Hell
but
nah.
they can't stop thinking about the consequences their relationship has brought to their family. Their family is going through a rough time trying to accept all of this, trying to change all of this.
They can't separate us. We still have this love for each other. Ask freaking scene, bro. Get this shit off my screen, man.
They feel extremely guilty. After some time thinking, Lynn and Lincoln make a drastic decision. They pack some clothes and money and write a goodbye letter for their family. They are about to run away from home. However, just as they are about to leave, they didn't expect to find Lily in the kitchen. She quickly understands what's going on, and she isn't taking it well.
Damn.
But Lincoln and Lynn don't really have time for this. If any of the family members wake up and see what's going on, they will never be able to leave.
True.
They hug Lily one final time before leaving, and she accepts their decision,
Damn.
even though it breaks her heart. After all, she was one of the few who supported their relationship and just wants them to be happy.
Okay.
They take a train to leave Royal Woods and make a quick night stop at a motel to evaluate their options. Right now, they are obviously in a tough spot. They can't
Now you broke as hell, struggling, can't afford a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal, all because what? You want to sleep with your sister, dude. This is what your ass get.
use their credit cards or IDs because the police will track them quickly. Also, they can't stay in one place for too long. Running out of options, they realize there's no other choice
Then
but
why wouldn't you just wait until you're a freaking grown adult legally and can do this? You don't have to do this when you're freaking 17, bro.
to follow Plan C. Something they didn't want to do unless absolutely necessary.
What's that?
So they call some of their friends to say their final goodbyes, disposing of their cell phones right after the call.
You would think they're about to commit like murder or some type of like crazy drug deal or some type of illegal activity. No, dude.
But before throwing away Lynn's phone, they write down a number labeled Plan C. Lincoln calls the person associated with that number, explaining his situation and that
Let me guess, it's the person from Canada.
he and Lynn need a place to stay, a place to start over. They also need some extra money to travel to that place. And now, the question everyone is asking themselves, who the fuck is this person they are calling?
Who?
Well, it's a character you probably forgot about, even if you watched the entire Loud House series. I'm talking about Hangus. Hangus is a character who only appeared in the Loud House movie. In this movie, it's revealed that the Loud family had ancestors from Scotland, who used to rule the small town of Loch Loud. In that town, their ancestors had a castle, which now belongs to the Loud family.
Whoever this dude is, I don't know why he would. I don't know what incentive he has to help them out with doing this. He's a weirdo for even helping, bro.
And Hangus is the groundskeeper of it. Not only that, but Lincoln is appointed as the new Duke of Lochloud. Angus pays for Lincoln and Lynn's plane tickets to fly to Scotland and lets them stay at the castle for as long as they want. But Lincoln and Lynn aren't planning to stay there for long. They just need to wait for Angus to get them new IDs so they can start over somewhere else.
Okay.
Of course, getting fake IDs takes time. So, in the meantime, Lincoln and Lynn find ways to entertain themselves, like playing with the castle's dragon and, oh my god, they are in the same bed naked. So, Angus finally manages to get them their new IDs. They move into an apartment that belongs to one of Angus' friends in the city of Woodsburg. And even though they run away from home, left their country, and run away from their family, they still had one thing.
What?
Their love for each other.
Wow,
Sadly, we don't know how this new life for Lincoln and Lynn will turn out, because Chapter 5 is the latest chapter released as of the date of this video. However, Underrated Hero, the creator of the comic, has confirmed that he will start working on Chapter 6 sometime between
Nobody asked you to start working on it. No, scrap the whole shit, bro, please.
May and June of this year. He also revealed the character lineup, and apparently Chapter 6 will take place 4 years after Chapter 5, with Lincoln and Lynn being 19 and 21. Rewrite the Stars sure is a comic that knows how to take a very weird topic, in this case a LOUDCEST relationship, and actually turn it into a very interesting story.
That is true though, to be fair, like, with this story, whoever this person is, whatever his name was, I forgot what it said, Evolution or something, I don't know. He actually is a good writer overall. Like, this would be such a good story if they were just not siblings, bro. And I guess maybe the sibling part makes it a more interesting, unique, weird, twisted, like, hooking story or something, where, like, if they were just, like, friends or something, it wouldn't make it as, like, what's the word? Attention grabbing, maybe? But I still feel like this is not the way to do it, bro. Like, why make them siblings, bro? That might be the last and final Loud House comic that we react to. This was a long video, so if you stuck towards the end, shout out to you, love you, appreciate you, you are amazing. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord in the description. Let me know what you thought about this comic in the comment section down below. It's Love Hello, I love you, and I'm out.